what you need to put in mind is that where is the original function of f? Where is this function f? The function f is here. F of x is what? F of x is equal to what? 3x minus 5 over 2. This is where it is coming from. So this one here, there is what here? There is x. Where there is what? Negative 9. This is to tell you that where there is x, you are going to put negative 9. So what I'm going to do is this. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to say f of negative 9 is equal to, so f of negative 9 is equal to 3 times, here there is x, I put negative 9 minus 5, then over 2. This is what I'm going to do. I'll continue from here. I do this. So 3 times negative 9, what is the answer? The answer is negative 27 minus 5 over 2, like this, which is equal to, I continue, what is the answer? So negative and negative, what I told you is that whenever you are having same signs, you need to add, then maintain the sign. So what is 27 plus 5? That is 32. So 32, you maintain the sign negative. Over what? Over 2. What is the answer there? So which means that f of negative 9 is equal to, what is 32 divided by 2? That is 16. Then just maintain a negative. Negative what? 16, like that. So this is how you needed to answer the first question. These are the procedures that we needed to follow. I move on to B. Hope you've seen how I've answered this. If you didn't get this one correct, make sure that you copy, you go through the work, you copy down all these in your exercise book. Okay, so I move to B. B is on the actual part that we are doing. This is the actual part that we are doing. So B is f inverse of x. You are told to find that. So as long as there is a negative on top, we pronounce this as an inverse. So I'm told to find f inverse of x. This is what we are actually doing. So I'll spend more time on this so that you can all try to understand, figure out what I'm explaining here. So f inverse of x, how can you answer this one? How can you go about this? You ask yourself, where is the function f coming from? Where is the function f coming from? So f, where is it coming from? It's coming from that one. That is the parent. So the parent is f of x is equal to 3x minus 5 over 2. You do this. Then here where there is f of x, this part, just put y. Y is equal to 3x minus 5 over 2. You do this. Have you seen the way I've done? After doing this, where there is f of x, I've put y. You say y is equal to 3x minus 5 over 2. After you do this, you need to make x. Your concentration should be on the x. So you make what? You make x. Don't forget this. Your concentration is making what? Making x. Making x the subject of the formula. So there is a fraction here. How do you do the fraction? You put 1 here, then you cross multiply. What is 2 times y? That is 2y, which is equal to 3x minus 5, like this. One thing you need to put in mind is that you are making x the subject of the formula. So even if we've got a lot of y is appearing 4 times, y is appearing 6 times, that should not even affect you. What you need to put in mind is that you are making x the subject of the formula. Your concentration should just be on the x. So how do you do that? This 5 comes this other side. So it is 2y When a 5 crosses the equal to sign, it becomes positive 5, which is equal to 3x, like this. Then you know what you are doing. What are you doing? You are making x the subject of the formula. What I told you is that when a variable is attached to a number, you can't change this to come this other side. No, you divide. So we divide by 3. We also divide by 3 here, like this. 3 cancelled. You remain with what? X. I'm going to remain with x. So this is cancelled. I remain with x is equal to 2y plus 5 over what? Over 3. Like this. This is what you are going to have. Have you seen? This is what you are going to have. So after making x the subject of the formula, after you've made x the subject of the formula, after you've made x the subject of the formula, what you are going to do is this. This is what you are going to do. You say therefore. So how do we write therefore in mathematics? Therefore, like this. Therefore, f inverse. Now what we were told at first, f inverse of x is equal to what? F inverse of x is equal to what? Where there is y there, you put x. Just put x. So 2x plus 5 over 3. This is what? This is your answer. This is how you need to come up with that answer. The same way I've answered, this is the same way you are supposed to answer these things. Have you seen the same way I've answered? This is how you also supposed to answer the work. The same way I've answered, this is how you need to answer. So we are going to do a self-test. You are going to test yourself. So you don't need to be a crook to yourself. Hope you've seen this answer. Have you seen? We are on these things. So this is the lesson that we are doing. I just want to make sure everyone gets to understand. Even as we get to advance in the work that we are doing, everyone should be able to understand. So we've seen how I've come up with this answer. So now try to answer this. This is the lesson we are doing. Don't be a crook to yourself. So pause this video and answer this question. I've just changed the answer this one. G inverse of x. I want you to answer this right now. Pause the video, answer it, then you confirm with the answer that I'm going to do. This is just a self-test. You are just testing yourself. What is the lesson is taking place? So you pause it, you pause the video, try to work out this, then confirm with the answer that I'm going to find. So don't try to be a crook to yourself. Just follow instruction. Pause the video now. Answer. Okay, so let's see if you've answered the correct thing. If you're following, let's see how you've answered this. So the first thing you need to ask yourself, where is the function g coming from? So g of x is equal to x minus 4 over 6. This is the function. Then where there is g of x, this part you put y. So y is equal to x minus 4 over 6. You do this. After doing this, here there is a fraction. You put 1 there. A fraction, then you cross multiply. So how do we cross multiply? This comes here. What is 6 times y? This is 6y, which is equal to x minus 4, like this. After you do this, you are making what? X the subject to the formula. So what are you supposed to do? This one comes this other side. So it becomes 6y plus 4, which is equal to x. Have you seen? You've already made x the subject of the formula. I believe this is the answer that you found. So now, you've already made x the subject of the formula. So you just need to put x here. X is equal to 6y plus 4. So 6y plus 4. That is it. So after you reach here, then you just conclude. Therefore, you do this. Therefore, G inverse of X is equal to, so G inverse of X is, where there is Y there, you put X. So you say 6X plus what? Plus 4. This is your answer. This is how you need to answer the work. Have you seen the same way I've answered? The same way I've answered, this is how you also need to answer. So I want you to follow this. Hope this is the answer that you found. I believe this is the answer that you found. So make sure you follow through all these things that I'm doing with you. Make sure you follow me properly. We move on to the last one. This is the last one. So after this, I'm going to give you an exercise. I see how we are improving with this, how we are catching up. So the last question was like this. This was the last question. Find the value of X. The question was telling us to find the value of X. So saying find the value. So the question was find the value of X. This is how the question was. Find the value of X for which f of X is equal to 3g of X. This is how the question was. You are taught to find the value of X for which f of X is here. That is f of X. So you put it here. 3x minus 5 over 2 is equal to what? There is a 3. You put a 3 there. So you put a 3. Say 3. Then you open the bracket. Then you put g of x. Where's g of x? G of x is here. That is g of x. So what is g of x? X minus 4 over 6. Like that. So there now, what are you supposed to do? What you are supposed to do now is this. Before you cross multiply, you work out this part. So you've got 3x minus 5 over 2 is equal to, what is 3 there? 3 there, it's 1. What is 3 there? It is 2. So what you are going to have is what? X minus 4 over what? Over 2, also this other side. Have you seen the way I've done this? This, have you seen? This into that. So 3 there, 1. 3 there, it's 2. So here I've remained with a 2. Then a 3 there has been cancelled. With this now, I cross multiply. Have you seen? Some of you were using another method, but we were arriving at the same answer. But this is what you are supposed to do. So cross multiply. So you're going to have 2 open bracket 3x minus 5 is equal to 2 open bracket x minus 4, like this. Have you seen? I've crossed multiplied. So you need to cross multiply. So this will go with that one. These 2 will go with all the expression on top. Even the 2 here will go with that expression. This is what it means to cross multiply. This will go with that. So you start multiplying 2 times 3x, that is 6x. 3 times 5, that is, 2 times 5, that is 10, negative 10. Some of you, the mistake that you get to make is where you just say this times that, then the 5 comes. If you open the bracket, you multiply everything with what is outside. So this times that, which is equal to, what is 2 times x? It's 2x. 2 times negative 4, negative 8. With this part now, you need to group the like terms together. So we need to group the like terms together. How do we group the like terms together? 6x should remain this side. So numbers with variables should be on your left hand side. So this is 6x. This is the what? This is the 2. So when it comes inside, it becomes negative 2x, which is equal to, here you've got negative 8. This is what? This is a negative 10. When it comes inside, positive 10, like this. So here you get 4x is equal to, 4x is equal to what? So here, what's the answer there? I told you that whenever you've got different signs, you subtract. So different signs, subtract, then maintain the sign of a bigger number. So these points that I'm saying, you need to be writing them down. So just on a corner somewhere where you'll be remembering this, you can forget different signs. This is paper 1. If you don't know, functions are under paper 1. So if you are cheating, you are using a calculator, you are just kidding yourself. You are not supposed to use a calculator on this. So different signs, subtract, then maintain the sign of a bigger number. We subtract. What is 10 minus 8? It is 2. Which one is having a bigger number? This is what? 10. Positive. So the answer is positive. You divide both sides by 4. You divide both sides by 4. 4 cancelled. You say, finally, therefore, x is equal to, which number can go into 2 and 4? It's 2. 2 there, it is 1. 2 into 4, it's 2. 1 over 2. So x is equal to 1 over 2. This is how you needed to answer. And this is how you need to answer this work. Have you seen this? The way in which I've answered this? This is how you need to do this. These are the procedures that you need to get and understand. So now, on one part here, this part, I know some of you used another method, but you've seen we've all arrived at the same answer. So for those people that did this, so I just want to write something here. You've got something like this. So here you are having 3 like this. Then you've got x minus 4 over 6 like this. So this one maintains 3x minus 5 over 2, which is equal to, you multiply there. So instead of doing this, if you know that you can make a mistake, just multiply this times that. That is 3x minus 3 times 4, that is a 12 over 6. Then you cross multiply. You still get the same answer. There is no problem. So when you cross multiply here, you cross multiply like this, you do the calculations, you still find the same answer. So those of you that used this way, it is also fine like this. This goes with that. That's 6, open bracket, 3x minus 5, which is equal to 2, 3x minus 12, like this. Then this times that is 18x minus 30, which is equal to 6x minus 24, like this. 8x remains here. This one comes this side, becomes negative 6x, which is equal to, this is already negative 24. This is negative. When it comes this side, becomes positive 30, like this. So like this, the answer we are going to get, this minus that, what's the answer there? We are going to get a 12x, which is equal to, here what's the answer? The answer there is 6 over 12 over 12. 12 cancelled, remain with x is equal to 6 there 1, 6 there 2, 1 over 2. Still finding the same answer. Some of you used this method, which was very correct. So we've got different ways of answering questions. A person can use another way, but all in all, we need to arrive at the same answer. So let me now give you a work that you are going to do. I see if we have understood what we've covered so far. So make sure you answer the work and you submit in my inbox.